Hello, I figured I wanted to share my thoughts on, the Aladdin live action adaptation film, and I know many fans, including myself, were worried like, how could they do a live ad- action adaptation version of a classic film, that in which Robert Williams portrayed Genie, and I will say, nobody could come close to doing the role justice the way he did. But I would say, Will Smith, does a pretty decent job, in the genie role, even though, many people were like unsure how he would do the role. Of course, the live action adaptation has like some changes, including a handmaiden by the name of Dahlia, who's a friend of Jasmine, a character that was not in the animated version, and of course, there's a Prince Anders character played by Billy Magnuson, who serves more like comedic relief, who's and a suitor for Jasmine, who was not in the animated version as well. But of course, as many people are already familiar, with the Aladdin story. It takes place in Agrabah. Of course, Aladdin's, known for being a street, rat. And of course, one of the aspects about the live action adaptation, which the the animated version didn't really go into, was the backstory of Aladdin and how he became an orphan, and of course Jasmine's mother, who wasn't really referenced that much in the animated film, was kind of referenced here, and I thought it was pretty cool to go to the backstory of between Jasmine and her father, and of course, Aladdin and Jasmine meet much earlier in the live action adaptation compared to the animated movie under different circumstances, and of course, Jafar, the portrayal is also different in this one too, since he's younger and it seems a bit more sexist, if that's the appropriate word. You know, and I would say more power hungry, since he doesn't want to just rule Agrabah, but also the nation where Jasmine's mother came from, and he kind of feels frustrated because he kind of deems the Sultan, I guess, as incompetent, and wants to become, take the Sultan position from him, even though, of course, like in the animated version, it's still sorcerer and the Grand Vizier. So in terms of what I thought about the live action adaptation, it's pretty good. I mean, it was better than I expected it to be, despite the initial backlash that many people thought, was gonna, receive it. Of course, Naomi Scott, who played Kimberly in the Power Rangers movie, does a pretty good job playing Jasmine, and of course, relative newcomer Mina Masood uh, plays Aladdin. And one of the interesting aspects about the live action adaptation is that the cast is more diverse and comes from different backgrounds, which I know the animated version received some controversy for. So it was nice to see that. And of course, there's some changes, of course, to the live action adaptation that don't happen in the animated version. I guess to give it more of an updated feel. And of course, the film has like a nice, I guess, standalone-ish kind of feel to it, but I guess not to give anything away, like it kind of leaves it open for a sequel as well in case they decide to go down that path. So I would say for those like myself who have seen the animated classic Aladdin movie, I would definitely say to see the live action adaptation, just to kind of compare the two, to get a different feel of it, how they're similar and how they're different, and that would be the best way to describe it. So, okay, everyone, thanks again for watching.